Shalom, shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off this lesson by giving all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Acha, Kodash. Double honors to my teachers, the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, teaching and ruling well. Peace, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect of the house of Israel. Alright, Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. So let's get into it. It says here in 2 Ezra 9:1, and it reads, "And he answered me then and said, Measure thou the times diligently in itself. And when thou seest parts of the signs pass, which I have told thee before," okay, as it says, the Lord declared the end before the beginning. Okay, so it's not like we're clueless to what's going on. The Lord has given us the signs of the times and what to expect according to the spirit of prophecy. Okay, then shalt thou understand then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Okay, the Lord is gonna return. Okay, according to the prophecies. Okay, and everything in like chronological order. Okay, there has to be the implementation of the MOTB, the famine of the word, okay, and World War III. Okay, all these things must come to pass, okay, before the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay, but again, we pay attention to these signs. We pay attention to these prophecies, man. Okay, because again, then shall we understand that the Lord is on his way back. Okay, even how much more now that we're seeing all these things come to pass according to the signs that he has told us, as it says, therefore when thou shalt see, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world. Okay, we're seeing the upwards, we're seeing the earthquakes. Okay, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay, see, so from the beginning the Lord spoke of these things by his prophets. Okay, that he sends through reincarnation back and back again to warn the nations to prepare for his return. And we are at this point. We will see Yahweh Shai's return in this generation. Okay, we are at the end of this wicked empire. We're at the last days of the last days. Alright? So it says here, 2 Ezra, let me see. Yeah. 2 Ezra 15, and I'll start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Okay, so woe meaning death and destruction. Okay, those that have their hopes in this wicked society, prepare yourself for evils. Alright? Prepare yourself for the evils that are about to happen. Okay? So it says here, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh. And when people shall stand up and fight one another, sword in their hands. Okay, and what's the modern day sword? The gun. Okay, people are gonna start shooting each other. You know, in the Americas, there's more guns out there than population. Okay, there's probably like 3 guns to each human. Okay, and it reads, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." So these are the things that you have to look at. These are the things that you are to expect before the return of Yahweh Shai. Okay? It says here, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon their neighbors, but shall destroy their house with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." So already there's going to be tribulation, and not only that, there's going to be famine. Okay, and that's when people lose it, they'll lose it. That's why it says the love of many shall wax cold in that time. You see, people are going to be through. We're gonna be through in that time, man. See your so-called neighbor. It says his friends shall fight as enemies. Okay? And the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Okay? The Lord is going to make a great division among in the times to come, man. But these things must come to pass. Okay? It says here, Matthew 24. Sorry. Matthew 24. To the beginning. To the point, it says here, Matthew 24 and 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So yeah, wars and rumors of wars. You check the news, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, China, Taiwan, Iran, this and that, all these things, all these major names, who are on the scene of geopolitics. Okay, we're seeing the tensions between nations, and there's no peace. There's only war. Okay, the talk of peace is out the window. All right, and you have to prepare yourself for that reality. Okay, because especially in the Western society, people don't really know war unless you're a soldier, unless you actually know war. Actually, you know what it's like to have a bomb drop on your head. Okay, unless you actually been in the midst of a conflict between shootouts and things of that nature. Okay, all those mighty men of valor. It says they're gonna be as women in that day. Okay, it's gonna be like that scene in what was that movie? Cold War or something like that. War. There was a movie about that woman that went around taking pictures of war. Oh, Civil War. Here we go. Civil War. Okay, and at the whole movie, she had a manly spirit, but at the end, it's like she remembered that she was a woman. At the last conflict, the last conflict that she was in, it's like there was gunshots fired, bombs being dropped. I think they were they wanted to attack the president. Again, the kings, the people will not reverence their kings nor their princes. All right. So at that point, she was through, man. She was panicking. She was in the midst of the battle, and she didn't know if to go right or to go left. She was stuck in place, man. She had to be slapped up, be like, hey, hurry up and move, But basically, that's gonna be the spirit of many people in that time, man. Clueless. Okay, it says that they're gonna run to and fro to find the prophets of Yahweh Hashem El Shai, but even in that time, it's gonna be too late. We're not gonna warn you anymore, man. The evils are here. If you did not prepare yourself, go to those that buy and sell. Yeah, we can't give you what we have unless it shouldn't be enough for us and for you. Okay, so this is the times that we're coming into, man. See, times of evil, times of great mourning. All right. So it says here, for nation shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine, pestilence, and earthquake in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, so let me see. Okay, 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Okay, because it's the beginning of famine and great death. Okay, the slain of the Lord are going to be many, and they're going to be as if they were slain from one end of the earth, from the other end. Okay, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do in those evils? So what shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague and tribulation are sent as a scourge for amendment. Okay? Just to push, but it says here, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. So yeah, so even after all that hell that they're gonna catch, they're still not gonna have that spirit in them to repent. Okay, so what can you do with someone like this, man? You send them straight back to the spirit realm, man. Okay, it says the whole head is sick, speaking of the Israelites, but again, even these nations, man, they can't be corrected, man. Okay, only judgment. At this point, the majority of Israel, the wicked of our people, have to be sent back to the spirit realm to have a reset. They have to be spiritually resetted and come back in an environment that is conducive unto life. Okay, an environment where they can learn how to fear the Lord, where they can see what the benefits of righteousness, man. Okay, and again, the fact that they're gonna return in a spiritual body, it's even better, man. They're not gonna have the option to go off anymore, man. Okay, you see. But again, someone that's their mind is completely polluted by the wine and philosophies of Babylon. Some people, man, no. Ultimately, all these people, they have to go back to the spiritual realm and come back in the right mind, man. Acknowledging Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay. But this is the times that we're coming into, okay? Because again, the Lord has to be known by judgment, okay? The Lord has to bring these evils because of all the evils that are being done in the world, okay? Their incredulity, for all the unbelief that's in the world. The Lord is going to make himself known by the evils that he brings upon this earth, by the judgment that he brings, man. He's going to plead with all flesh. All right? So I'm going to close here, man. Straight to the point. Pay attention to the signs. We're getting closer and closer to the end of this wicked kingdom. This is not the time to falter. This is not the time to look around, man. Okay, keep your eyes single and focus on Yahweh Shai and the kingdom. Alright? If you endure until the end, you will inherit a crown of life. Alright? Lord willing, this was edifying. Until next lesson, Shalom.